Wavesound Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Stinkbug by Sinead Stubbins, narrated by Sonya Kerr. For BC, BL, and ADL. Chapter 1. Edith was hiding in the least clean bathroom at work, trying not to smile. Her hands were resting on either side of the sink, her breathing quick and loud like a pervert's. No one would find her here. It was too gross. The women at Winked actually referred to it as the gross bathroom, and the men did too, even though their bathrooms were probably worse. Maybe it was a place where perverts went, but Edith wasn't a pervert, at least not in any unusual way. She was there because her ex-boyfriend had just been fired, and she didn't want the rest of the ad agency to know that she was the reason why. How would a normal human woman act upon hearing this news, she wondered, panting. Now that it was out, as of 15 minutes ago, people in the office would be watching her closely again, probably wondering if his absence would reignite some misery in her, the least loved half of a former power couple, or if she would dance on his grave, cackling loudly, start wearing bright red lipstick. Would they just blame it all on the Swedes? She would think about that later. She had won. Pete would be gone. She wouldn't need to see him ever again. She laughed and then put two hands over her mouth in case any more got out. She wouldn't need to see him make a weak, long black at the coffee machine on levels 1 or 4. She wouldn't have to see him get his loyalty card punched at the coffee shop on the corner when he was avoiding the coffee machines in the office, and her. She wouldn't need to be someone who others would avoid. She wouldn't need to hear anyone say, "Great idea, Pete." It wouldn't be any of her business if he managed to have a good idea ever again. She wouldn't have to be on such high alert at all time to make sure she always looked and seemed fine, because he was almost immediately fine. Suspiciously fine. Serial killers show more regret. As if the last 6 years had never happened, and his brain had been restored to factory settings. She wouldn't need to look for his name on every meeting invite, spending the 10 minutes beforehand in the gross bathroom, slathering on coloured goop only for him to look pleasantly surprised when she arrived, as if their attending the same meeting wasn't crushing, wasn't something to be prepared for and later recovered from. Maybe he had just forgotten that for years he had felt safe enough to fall asleep on her chest.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?